If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
The Upper Peninsula's new CBS station, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we'll have the latest as power restoration and cleanup efforts continue across northern Michigan following last weekend's ice storm. Plus, New Jersey Senator Cory Booker gives a speech lasting about 24 hours in an effort to defy the Trump administration. And the president is expected to bring forth another wave of tariffs in an announcement tomorrow. We'll have the details. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Checking the planner for Marquette tonight, looking at cloudy conditions overall. Some light snow might develop late tonight. Temperatures bottoming out right before daybreak, lower to mid-20s, then holding steady, maybe rising just a little bit. In the meantime, snow will be developing, especially coming right across the Wisconsin border there, maybe a light accumulation for the counties bordering Wisconsin by daybreak. Temperatures will be holding upper 20s to near 30. Rest of the forecast coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Tom, thank you. Over 300,000 Michiganders were impacted by this past weekend's severe weather, and thousands are still without power. Monday, Governor Whitmer declared a state of emergency in 10 counties across northern Michigan. First responders are still working to complete wellness checks and clear debris, and utilities are still restoring power. The governor's declaration also activated Michigan's Emergency Operations Center. Representatives from different state departments are working at the center to get resources to those who need them most.
This helps open up the door to more funding, more services from the state of Michigan. So right now there's a really strong partnership. There's a really strong response going up in those 11 affected counties in northern Michigan.
We'll have more on the emergency response coming up tonight at 11:10 Central. Democrats are trying everything in their power to push back against the Trump administration. That includes a very long, potentially record-breaking speech on the Senate floor at this hour. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon is live on Capitol Hill. Brendan, good evening to you. What's happening on the Senate floor right now?
Hey there, Kevin. Good evening to you. Well, what's happening right now is Democratic Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey is still speaking after starting his speech Monday evening at 7 p.m., standing and speaking for nearly 24 hours. Why on earth is he doing this? Well, with absolutely no power in Washington, Democrats are trying to do everything that they can to try and push back against the Trump administration. And for Senator Booker, that means taking to the Senate floor and really kind of showing endurance and showing that pushback to the current administration, and they're hoping that this show of endurance will really resonate with American voters. Booker's speech is not a filibuster. A filibuster is used to halt the advancement of legislation. Instead, Kevin, this is more of a protest speech to criticize Trump's agenda. It essentially is meant to hold up the Senate's business and draw attention to what Democrats are doing to contest the president. Booker was blasting the current administration over cuts to Social Security offices across the country, other downsizing efforts, and layoffs led by the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Over the course of the last 20 or so hours, Booker got some help and some short breaks from some of his Democratic colleagues in the Senate, who would at times ask him a question while praising his performance. Take a listen.
I've been listening to this debate all night, and I gotta say, you're on fire. And you're on fire because the American people are very, very angry about what is happening. They are not happy with what this administration has done.
And Kevin, many Democratic senators really kind of praising Senator Booker for that endurance. We saw Senator Slotkin posting on social media a little earlier. But Kevin, according to Senate records, former Senator Strom Thurmond of South Carolina, Republican, he holds the longest record for the longest individual speech. for about 24 hours and 18 minutes, and that was back when he filibustered against the Civil Rights Act of 1957. Sources on the Hill tell me today that Senator Booker is trying to pass that record as long as he is physically able. It's about another hour or two. We're going to have to wait and see if he can do it. Reporting live on Capitol Hill for WZMQ 19 News, I'm Brendan Scanlon. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you very much, as always. Tomorrow, President Donald Trump plans to roll out a wave of tariffs. The White House says it will benefit American jobs and companies, but Democrats say it will hurt consumers and businesses. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports.
On Wednesday, the president will roll out his sweeping tariff plan. The final details of the plans are limited, but we expect him to announce so-called reciprocal tariffs, which would match the rates charged by other countries.
It's simple. If you make your product in America, you will pay no tariffs.
An economist tells us consumers will be the ones absorbing the costs.
These tariffs are a dagger to the heart of upstate New York.
The president wants to use tariffs because he believes it will protect American jobs and manufacturing companies. We asked the senator about that.
You should use a scalpel, not a blunderbuss. There may be certain tariffs that protect New York jobs and companies, protect American jobs and companies. But when you do it in the chaotic way he's doing it, when you do it in the cross-the-board way he's doing it, and you make Canada our #1 trading partner and friend, the focal point, not China, you're making a big mistake.
You know, the tariffs have been something we've been tracking for quite some time, but the conversation continues to evolve and change by the week, the day, the hour. So, you know, we just continue to hear a lot of uncertainty and concern around that.
New York Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce says many of their local businesses trade globally.
You know, we're a manufacturing area for sure, and we've already heard about local manufacturers that source their raw material out of Canada. We've got a lot of agriculture here as well, and we have a juice processor, for example, who is very concerned about the reciprocal tariffs. So they, believe it or not, ship a lot of juice to China, and they also have a very large customer in Canada. So if you know, those reciprocal tariffs are put in place, that then is going to hit them on the export side as well.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after the break. Plus, we hear some promising new numbers when it comes to young workers entering the CTE field. We'll be right back.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market.
And don't forget,
Does shopping for bladder control products have you feeling like you need someone to be on the lookout for you? Now you have your privacy back. We're HDIS, and we home deliver bladder control products directly to you. We're always on the lookout for you. You get free shipping in plain, unmarked boxes. So your private matters, stay private. We understand how you feel. For over 35 years, we've delivered bladder control products to millions of Americans, just like you. You don't have to worry about incontinence any longer. Call now for your free product sample pack and over $45 in money-saving coupons. At HDIS, we're always in stock. We carry all brands in hundreds of styles and sizes. You'll be sure to get what you need, guaranteed.
For your free sample pack with your free catalog and $45 in money-saving coupons and free product samples, call 800-243-6746. That's 800-243-6746.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
At Shunk's Clearance Center, you get name brand furniture at discount prices, and you get 12 months to pay with no interest on everything. This recliner is just $299. You get 12 months to pay. That's only $25 a month. Get a nice double reclining sofa like this for just $59 a month, 0% interest. Get 12 months to pay on dining room, and get 12 months to pay on quality bedroom furniture. Even close-out mattresses. A nice full-size mattress is only $13 a month, 0% interest. Shop Shunks today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
We have winter weather advisories going on for the Houghton area and for the counties that border Wisconsin at this point. Marquette not officially in the winter weather advisory. That goes on from near midnight tonight until about midday on Wednesday, mainly for some snow, and also we're going to have a little round of some freezing rain, freezing mix. This is nothing, no repeat of the weekend, but we will have a little bit of that for mainly the afternoon hours tomorrow. Good southeasterly flow here, so along with the snow, we're going to have some pretty good wind gusts that will probably get about 30 miles an hour at times. So tomorrow won't be a fun day, a rough day. Again, compared to the weekend, it'll be great, but we're still going to have some precipitation here. And looks good for the evening. Then here comes some snow. It'll overspread the area from Wisconsin to Marquette during the morning hours. And it could be steady at times, perhaps even some heavier hits toward that Wisconsin border. As milder air comes in, we get a bit of this freezing mix during the afternoon and into the evening hours. You can see not much coverage here, but it doesn't take much to ice up the roads during the afternoon. So again, not seeing a repeat here, but it could get a little icy, even in Marquette, even though you're not officially under the advisory. They may put one up for you tomorrow, but it's going to eventually change to rain soon after 6 o'clock there, and then go back to a little bit of a light snow as we head toward Thursday, and then Thursday afternoon to try to get some sun coming out here. So here is the forecasted ice, and you can see everything is 0. Doesn't mean nothing. It means less than 1/10 of an inch of ice, and it doesn't take much here across the region. But there is that threat there for most of you. Snowfall amounts pretty good along the Wisconsin border by the end of the day on Wednesday, maybe up to 8 inches in Florence. Marquette could get about 3-4 inches of snow by the end of the day before the switch over to a freezing mix. So be ready for slippery roads regardless of whether freezing rain falls with the snow that we are expecting as we continue with some winter-like weather on this April 1st. That's no fooling. Temperatures around the area for tonight dropping into the mid to upper 20s. And eventually we'll get above freezing here. So that freezing mix again going to all rain, but it'll be late in the day, perhaps even early evening before that happens. And then after that, we do get a little more tranquil, decent weather for Thursday, Friday, and the weekend looking pretty good. Temperatures cool but not cold. We do expect a colder hit, maybe a little snow for the beginning of next week.
Tom, thanks again. The Home Builders Association of Michigan released some encouraging data today regarding licensed home builders entering the workforce. The study showed that builders and contractors under the age of 45 grew by 8% since 2023, and that workers between the ages of 35 to 45 grew at a rate of 11.6% during the same period. This as much of the workforce is close to retirement or leaving the field altogether.
They're leaving the industry. Our average age of the builders in Michigan is 56. So our job is not done, but with more and more young professionals, young builders getting their licenses, starting their own companies, it's vital to the future of this industry.
While the number of builders did not change much from 2023 to 2025, the growth in younger licensed professionals is encouraging. However, more than half of all licensed builders are still over the age of 56. Pictured Rocks Cruises are expanding their facilities for this year's touring season. A 4,000 square foot expansion has been in progress since last fall. The company aims for the new additions to be more accessible and welcoming for its guests, adding all new bathrooms, a renovated gift shop and ticket booth, as well as a new air conditioning system. The project has made it through the past few months of the harsh winter, still projecting to begin the season on time.
We've been kind of kicking the idea around for a while. The building has aged to a point where we needed to keep up with the expansion to meet demand as well as more modern facilities.
The project is planned to continue into the season, planning to finish the expansion by this summer. We're continuing the conversation surrounding the need for more CTE workers. Coming up next on Insights, we're joined by Marquette Algerisa to hear about an event coming up next month, expected to give students the chance to gain some experience. We're back in 2 minutes.
Attention families with a loved one in a nursing home. If your loved one has suffered from bed sores, falls, broken bones, dehydration, or even death, you may be entitled to a substantial settlement. If you have a loved one who is injured in a nursing home, we will find out what happened. State violations are found against nursing homes every day. You have a limited time to file your claim, so don't wait. Call 800-261-0666 and speak with one of our attorneys. The call is confidential and free.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
What happens when reporters take you inside the story?
I've been asking for over a year and a half for access into this place, and this is the first time we're getting it.
You get the all-new CBS Evening News every weeknight.
You have questions. Are your elected representatives in Washington working for you, or do they stand on the issues and what's in it for you?
Get the answers you need on WZMQ 19 News. I'm Rachel Knapp.
And I'm Brendan Scanlon. Our job is reporting on Michigan's officials in Washington, covering and uncovering what they're doing, and then reporting directly to you. WZMQ 19's Washington Bureau works for you.
And we deliver.
Quality information straight from Capitol Hill. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. Next month, Marquette Alderesa is hosting a CT extravaganza. Joining us tonight with the details is Director of CTE, Eric Ziegler. Eric, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, so for some of our audience who may not be familiar with CTE, what does it all entail?
CTE stands for Career and Technical Education, so real-world learning for our high school students. We offer programs for all of our students in Marquette and Elgin County. Everything from career and tech ed classes to middle college to work-based learning. And so really preparing our students for their future.
Excellent. And regarding the CTE extravaganza, or is it just CT extravaganza?
I guess the latter, yeah.
Well, what does that all entail? What can we look forward to?
I mean, it's a chance for us to highlight the things that we're doing and really also look for areas of growth and what are the programs we can try to work on. Career and Tech Ed is a direct connection to the Upper Peninsula, to our rural communities, and so we're going to give a chance to connect students with our talented community members, business owners, organization partners, and get them together and learn from each other. So.
Sure, I know it's on May 7th. Where is it going to be taking place as well?
We're hosting it at the Innovation Hall at the Jacob Eddy Center at Northern. May 7th, like you said, there's going to be a morning and an afternoon session for our 8th grade students, and then we're going to bring back juniors and seniors after school for a job fair.
Sure, what are the details for the 8th grade students? What are they going to be learning?
We're going to set up themed rooms and keep the students moving through these different rooms and get a chance to connect with business owners, with community organizations, learn about some of the great things that we have in our Upper Peninsula, and move through and learn and explore explore all sorts of different opportunities for them. And really, 8th graders, I think, a good time for them to learn about some of these programs and some of these opportunities.
Sure, and for the older students that you mentioned, the juniors and seniors, there's also going to be a job fair for them as well.
Yeah, we're going to bring them back after school and get a chance to have more one-on-one conversations, a chance to meet some of these people that may impact their lives and maybe be able to give them a job now or in the future. So.
Sure, and some organizations or businesses around might be looking for workers. So how can you, or how should those organizations take part in this?
We hear a lot about shortages, and Sarah Foster just earlier on the news today talking about construction trades. But I really would encourage our local organizations, businesses, even retirees to go to our website. There is a button for an interest form, just a quick survey to get interest on or get contact information, and then we'll connect with you. But hoping to get businesses and organizations out on that May 7th date, give back to our students, and have our students potentially give back to these community organizations too.
Excellent. All right, Eric, that's all the time we have for right now. Thank you so much for coming on with us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And tomorrow we're getting a preview of the Upper Peninsula Fly Fishing Film Festival. That conversation is only on 19 News Insights. Mike Ludlam has your sports headlines when we come back. There's a new coach for Negaunee football. He'll introduce us when we come back.
A low-cost family night out has become unaffordable for many people. We'll look at how some of the best-known restaurants are paying the price.
And in our Eye on America, we visit Baltimore, where residents have tried something new to make the streets safer. Turns out the best crime fighters were once criminals. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature Made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
CBS Thursday.
All these things work good together.
Is what Thursdays are meant to be.
What did I do to deserve you?
This.
I shall call you the S-Car Ghost.
Because he's a ghost and he was by the car.
I didn't think you were that crafty, Miss Matlock.
You know it.
This case I'm on has me all
All these things work good together.
New episodes return CBS Thursday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
The devil is always in the details. Forensic Factor.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology, and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
The Window Store Home Improvement Center is your clear choice for quality products and expert installation. We have a thorough and seamless process, start to finish. From the moment you meet our friendly staff, you'll be amazed by their attention to detail. Our team of experienced professionals take pride in their work, and with our 2-year warranty on all installations, you'll have peace of mind knowing your investment is protected. Plus, we service the entire Upper Peninsula. Your clear choice is the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. Negaunee has a new varsity football coach. Jeff Nemi will take over for Paul Jacobson, who retired after 25 seasons, won state title in 2002, and the state runner-up finish in 2022. Nemi is a 1997 graduate of Negaunee High School. He has served as a varsity football assistant for the past 15 years and became the Miners defensive coordinator in 2022. Nemi has also coached basketball in Negaunee for the past 20 years. He played both sports in high school. The 1995 football team went 10-1, and the Miners were 6-3 in 1996. The Miners won a basketball regional title in his senior season of 1997, defeating Newberry 55-51 in the regional final. A former NMU hockey player has signed a 1-year entry-level contract with the New York Islanders. 24-year-old Joey Larson scored 24 points on 10 goals and 14 assists in 37 games last season as a junior at Michigan State. The 6-foot, 196-pound forward skated in 75 games over 2 seasons with the Green and White, totaling 56 points on 26 goals and 30 helpers. Prior to transferring to MSU, Larson scored 27 points, 13 goals, and 14 assists in 36 games as a freshman at NMU and was named to the Central Collegiate Hockey Association All-Rookie Team. Yes, everybody's talking transfer portal, so I'll do the abbreviated version at the moment. So far, NMU has had 11 players enter the transfer portal. Michigan Tech is at 6 right now, and Lake Superior State has 3, and Michigan State has a couple as well. The 86th Gold Medal Basketball Classic begins tonight at the Frank Rodman Community Club in Hermansville, down in Menominee County. The tournament has 10 divisions, including a women's division and junior high division for boys and girls. The marquee matchup tonight is in Class C, where Dave's Auto of Iron Mountain meets Kingsford at 8 o'clock Central Time. Iron Mountain's Oscar Kankas and other Mountaineers alumni will meet the Division II semifinalist Flivers from just a few weeks ago. That team will have Gavin Grondin, Gavin Trevelyan, and others. The tournament runs through April 13th. All-state basketball players being announced this week, and the Upper Peninsula is doing pretty darn well in Division III. Iron Mountain's Oscar Kankas is on the first team, along with Ethan Marta of Westwood. On the second team, Caden Luma of Ishpeming and Tanner Terkoff of Menominee. Yesterday in Division IV, Forest Park's Vic Giuliani was named to the first team, and Pickford center Eli McDonald was named to the second team. 3 players from the Detroit Pistons and 2 from the Minnesota Timberwolves have received suspensions as a result of Sunday night's melee. Pistons center Isaiah Stewart received a 2-game ban. Teammates Marcus Sasser and Ron Holland II each received a 1-game night off. Minnesota's Dante DiVincenzo and Naz Reid were hit with 1-game bans. NBA Executive Vice President Joe Dumars said Stewart received the longer ban because his repeated history of unsportsmanlike acts. He has a lot of technical fouls. Reid and DiVincenzo will serve their suspension tomorrow against Denver. Stewart, Holland, and Sasser will miss Wednesday's game in Oklahoma City. Skirmish, 8:36 left in the first half. Stewart had just received a technical foul, and DiVincenzo was bumped hard. Then Holland was called for a foul on Reid, and as you can see, all kinds of fun ensued. Pistons head coach and Timberwolves assistant Pablo Prigioni were screaming at each other and were ejected, but they did not receive suspensions. And the Tigers looking pretty good at the moment. They had a 9-6 victory over Seattle last night, as Kerry Carpenter with the RBI single was able to get things going in a 6-run first inning. And Kevin will be right back.
This job, it's about sacrifice for something nobler than yourself.
Here goes everything.
The FBI's are back in action.
Move, move, move!
We can stop this.
Eyes open, safety's on. Look at your back.
Tracking down people who don't want to be found is our specialty.
CBS Tuesday is FBI night.
Well done, everybody.
The FBI's are all new. CBS tonight at 8/7 Central and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. Bringing out the better in all of us.
I thought it was just a rash, but it had a bullseye ring around it. My doctor said it was a tick bite. Luckily, we caught it early.
Ticks found in tall grass around your home can spread Lyme disease and other illnesses, which can lead to chronic health issues. The CDC estimates nearly 500,000 people across the country are diagnosed with Lyme disease each year.
I didn't understand why my brother was having so many asthma flare-ups. Sometimes he couldn't breathe. Turns out a roach problem at home was triggering it.
Allergens left behind by dust mites, roaches, and rodents are a major driver of asthma attacks, especially in children.
When I had a fever, body aches, and fatigue, I never thought it would have been West Nile virus. All it took was a mosquito bite while gardening.
Mosquitoes spread West Nile virus and many other diseases, and they can breed in standing water around your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
Rain's looking pretty good for this evening for the UP and most of tonight, but by early morning tomorrow, some snow overspreads the region, covering everyone by mid-morning. We'll be steady at times into early afternoon. Then we get a bit of a freezing mix afterwards. And as I mentioned earlier, this is not a repeat of the weekend, but it could put a thin layer of ice on untreated roads, along with some pretty decent snow amounts that could go anywhere from 2 to 5 inches and maybe more along the Wisconsin border before it changes to all rain by late in the day. Kevin, back to you.
Tom, thanks very much. Registration opens today for a new Michigan Works program coming this summer. The Hammer Time Boot Camp from June 16th through June 20th is an opportunity for people without any carpentry experience to learn and try out the trades before entering a career. The town services manager for Marquette and Alger, Michigan Works says they're looking to address the growing need for trades workers in the state.
The UP, we're anticipating a growth of 14.3% minimum in carpenter millwright positions through the year 2030, and that number is even bigger across the state as a whole. So we're really hoping to get more people interested in the trades and in carpentry millwright specifically.
And that is all the time we have for right now, everyone. See you again at 11:10 Central.